Alright guys, welcome back to part 4. Gonna be about iron now. Actually, I said I was gonna do wood, didn't I? Maybe I could do wood. But iron's a bit easier, seeing as we're going into that tier anyway. So we'll do the iron this time, and then I promise you I'll do the wood for part 5, and you can just like flick around if you want. I checked out this in my Let's Play, but seeing as this is it's more of a tutorial, but I'll give you a little glimpse on what people are doing. This is the sort of stuff you could do. Obviously they've got like a castle going with the water, even though it's not actual water. But yeah, there's like some of the little patterns you can do if you're more creative than what I am, which I assure you, a vast majority of you will be. So yeah, you can see all the different colours up there, the different shapes, sizes, and yeah, whatever of what they're doing. So yeah, I'll give you a quick tutorial. We should go to tier 2 zone now. So you can go to any tier 2 zone really, depending on what biomes you want. I've got like a picture that was from the official forums that tell you what biomes are like in which area. So for instance, if we look at what we need to make the next thing that we need, what was it? I think we needed the ancient hardwood, heartwood, yeah. So if we go to crafting, sorry, I'm getting really confused here. Crafting stations, right? Yeah. So if we want to build a tinker's workshop, we need the wild heartwood, which is heartwood infused with palm heart. So if we go to the alchemy station and go to wild heartwood, we can see palm heart, softwood found at the core of special jungle trees. So from then we can look at a tier 2 zone. For instance, we can go to the beach, which is a tropical desert biome. I'm actually adding this bit in at the end because I realised I'd never even explained how to use the portal spire at all. I just sort of done it as if everyone knew. So basically, there's going to be like just sort of in the middle of the video, it'll be kind of weird. Basically, you just see this like big thing, just double click on it. He says, oh, don't use a sickle on it. Yeah, just double click on it and it brings up the menu there, and then you just select which one you want and confirm. You don't actually have to use any materials at all to do that, so you can just do it where you want, and you can even change server with that as well. So yeah, the servers are not really like as strict as an MMO you would see. It's just like your claim will be there on your server, but your character progression and stuff will go around on all servers. So if you've got a friend on another server, it really isn't the end of the world. You'll still have your character and all your stuff, and then worst comes to worst, you can just get a template and move your claim over to them if that's what you want to do. So yeah, it's not the end of the world if your friend's on another server. So let's go to the beach, tier 2. Right, so yeah, I can chuck the link to this thread in the description if I can find it again. If not, I'll just upload on Imgur myself. Actually, I'll just upload on Imgur myself and throw it on there. Yeah, so it will tell you from tier 1 to 4 all the zones, what biomes are in there. It's pretty handy, when just mainly for the wood really, more than anything else, because the ore doesn't really seem to change depending on what biomes, as far as I know anyway. It's just the wood, I think, is the only real thing. I'm sure that would change eventually. So anyway, I'm pretty sure this is the one I farmed stuff in as well, at the beach. I have been here before, I remember these. Yeah, oh yeah, the bowling alley, I've definitely been here. Right, so now we're in the tier 2 zone. It's gonna unlock more stuff for us basically. So we're gonna have like tungsten and stuff like that. So let me get my iron pick out just so I'm on the same level as you. There we go, strong iron pick, just to make sure I'm not bullshitting you basically. Right, so here's some maybe silver. Oh, why doesn't let me use my pick? Strong iron pick. Equip that. I think this is silver. Oh, tin. Right, yeah, so there was tin just on the surface. That's quite lucky. As I said in the last video, there's not a lot of that stuff around, really. That was kind of obvious that wasn't silver, actually. Right, so what we want to aim for is the tungsten pick. So just get up, remember you can press L, get this up, start tracking. You can sort of track how much materials you've got. For anyone who obviously doesn't have the founder's pickaxe, you're going to need the silver axe as well, so just track that. In terms of the stations, I can't actually remember if there's one that takes tungsten. The outfit is terrible. You may as well just track that just to keep it. Actually, you won't even need that just yet. I personally wouldn't recommend building that at all yet. in regards to iron, it's still highly worth you if you can be bothered, which I would recommend you to just keep getting iron, even if you kind of like smack the surface where there's a lot of iron, sort of like what I'm doing now, so you're guaranteed to get like a fair amount without having to go like too silly on it. And we need to find tungsten now, because silver is similar to how tin was at the bottom of iron deposits. This is some silver here, so this is what silver looks like. It's a bit more like shiny than tin. Tin's got like a pattern on it. Next time I find a tin, I'll show you. It's really obvious to tell, really. I don't know why I said that was silver before. Just a confused guy, innit? So here's tungsten down there, the greeny, or let me just mute that. So here's tungsten. So hopefully at the bottom of this is where you're gonna find the vast majority of your silver ore. And obviously, like I just got, you need the elemental tungsten for the pick. So you need 14 ingots, which is 1,400, isn't it? Of the actual ore, and 14 elemental tungsten. Another thing that I thought I'd mention as well, because I haven't really mentioned it yet, is you can actually build like an ore smelter, and that it gives you 110% of the ore in ingots instead of just 100%. And let me just see how easy they are to make. So you'd go to the stone forge and build a refining station. There'd be the superior smelter. I have one of these, but in terms of like how much it actually cost me to make to how much profit you actually make off it, unless you have an abundance of tungsten, very not worth you building it until later on, because it will eventually become like, when you're at endgame just farming, you'd kind of be silly not to have one, if you know what I mean. Like obviously it's sort of like Starbound, where you need or Iron Terraria even, you need the previous tiers 1. Here we go. Anyway, there's silver at the bottom of here. That's sort of proving that if you want to get silver, go to the bottom of a tungsten vein. I won't bore you by getting it out there. There's another thing to keep in mind. If you're really far down, you can just use your grappling hook to get out. And I know I wasn't far down enough to make that worth it, but you know, yeah. So yeah, and like I was saying about the smelters, this is the first tier 1, and then the second tier 1 you're gonna need the previous tier 1, and then this one you're gonna need the previous one. So make sure you keep them. I know you won't delete them, but. And what else can you find? You can find amethyst. This is what you need for the pick as well. And I believe this is amethyst right here. Or it could be... Yeah, it's amethyst. And on the silver axe, you need topazes, which actually sometimes can be in the amethyst deposits at the bottom. And they're actually in tier 1, so... you might even have a few of them already. Yeah, you probably will have a few of them from tier 1. But apparently at the bottom of these you can find them as well. So if you need amethyst as well, then just make sure you dig the whole vein. And there's iron here, of course, as well. So yeah, that's basically it for this part, really. I mean, I can... what is this here? This is... aquamarines? Yeah, so they're from tier 1 as well. I get really confused. There's so many bloody things, and it's sort of like when you get out of here, you're still like mining the same sort of stuff as well, and it just gets really confusing. Like cobalt, for instance, is just like a recolored silver. Right, so this is another tree. I'm pretty sure this just gives you heartwood still, this one. I'll do a quick little wood thing. Yeah, this is still heartwood. So there's certain like different things of wood, obviously. Different, like certain trees will give you a different heartwood, basically. I don't believe this is even one either, but I'll do it in the next part. I'll do it. I won't get too involved in it this time, but just make sure for now get the tin and the elemental silver, oh, you don't even need tin anymore. Yeah, so get the tungsten, the elemental tungsten, the amethysts, and then you can just mine. If you just log trees on the way and get the heartwood, you might even find the trees you need, and then from then on you can just like save it up until I do the next part, or just Google the trees you need. But in the next part I'll be definitely telling you where to go for each tree that you need. And yeah, that's basically it for here, I think. So yeah, right, just another little thing I'm going to bolt on the end of this video, because I realised I didn't say it when I was building the air raid shelter example. If you have a tree, this is another friend who's joining, who's just literally following my part 2 tutorial to work out how to like build. If you have a prop like a tree, you can literally just right click on it. You can either just keep it or adjust it or delete it. So if you want to adjust it, you can just like go like that, and it brings up the little XYZ axis, and then you see you can just do what you want with it. Basically, chuck it down there instead. So yeah, that was just the thing. I realized I forgot to do it, and I don't know, like I didn't realize that people like might not know how to do that and might want to actually move a tree. Obviously, people are getting a bit excited about that, but yeah, they want to be able to fix, like, the question is, how do I fix this, basically? So you could just go like this, basically, and then just press M, hold Alt, then add tool, bam. Yeah. So yeah, it's as simple as that, really. Like, it's a matter. It's kind of tricky when you first start, but I assure you, you'll eventually get the hang of it. And the more you build, the more you'll just get used to how the game is trying to work and what it's trying to like allow you to do. Obviously, there's some restrictions to it. You can't literally, to be honest, there is restrictions, but you can literally build what you want. I've seen like AT-ATs. I mean, if anyone's following the Let's Play, you'll see the like huge casino from Back to the Future. I had never seen Back to the Future, so I just thought it was a huge casino, but I was told that it was from Back to the Future. So yeah, there we go. It's from Back to the Future, big replica. So just literally just do what you want and have fun. And any questions on the actual building stuff, I'll do my best, but I am not the most creative guy. You can see the Shack of Dreams just over there. I actually got feedback on the Shack of Dreams, which is hilarious. I don't think the guy was... Oh, I don't even know how to open the mail without going back to the thing. Yeah, I'll have to read that to you probably in the next tutorial. Next time I'm back at the claim, I'll read it to you for sure. So yeah, have fun with the building, and I'll see you in part 5, where I'm going to go over the wood. So if you're still looking for wild heartwood and frosted heartwood, etc., I'll explain that all in the next tutorial. So I'll see you then.